It has been exactly 1 week since a rabbi and 3 people were held hostage during a tense 11-hour situation at a Texas synagogue. The FBI and President Biden have called the incident a hate crime and an act of terrorism. The rabbi credits security training as a big reason why he and others survived the whole ordeal. As CBS 17's Haley Fixler reports, local synagogue leaders have undergone the same training.
It's remarkable when we think about parents, children coming to celebrate our religious tradition, our heritage, faith, and have to worry, am I going to drop off my child? Am I going to walk in this door and be at risk?
A risk that Rabbi Eric Solomon and leaders at the Beth Meyer Synagogue in Raleigh aren't willing to chance.
We had done some light training. It became very strong and intense around the time of the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting, sadly, where 11 Jews were killed.
They've amped up their security training, working with the Raleigh Police Department, Jewish organizations, and national organizations on how to prevent tragedies from happening at their own places of worship.
Some of it is very similar to, sadly, what happens in in public schools, and other teachers and other organizations have had to deal with as well in terms of what's called active shooter training.
Even then, Rabbi Solomon knows it may not be enough, especially after last week's hostage situation in Colleyville, Texas.
Every time we have a major gathering in our synagogue, obviously that includes Shabbat services, but even other events, we do have a police officer. And it is a sad statement about the state of the world today.
A world, he says, could be made a little bit safer with the help of those outside of the Jewish community standing with them.
You know, when you hear or see something, first of all, God forbid, a threat, we ask you to speak, use your voice to make that aware to authorities, but even to speak against others who say anti-Semitic or any type of hateful language on the internet, on social media, in any place.
In Raleigh, Haley Fixler, CBS 17 News.
And in an act of solidarity, the Beth Meyer congregation had hoped to gather in person this weekend for their weekly Shabbat services, but because of the storm, it was held virtually. But Rabbi Solomon tells us even though they were not together physically, spiritually, they were one.